na yene no enkwatwetwe enkomo kakra emfa emma anase spousal killing ekoso wo yemayi mu no eho. Good morning, Mr. Joseph Wemakor.
Fine morning. Thank you for having me, and good morning to all your viewers and listeners. Yeah.
Right, you are welcome to your Citizen on Globe TV, sir. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. Thank you for thank you very much for the invitation, and good morning to all your viewers and listeners. Yeah.
Right. So let's get to the issue. Now, what do we mean by spousal murder in Ghana?
So when you are talking about spousal murder or spousal killing, so it's an intentional or deliberate killing of an intimate partner, of one's partner. So I said what? A deliberate or intentional killing of a partner by either the husband or the wife, by boyfriend or girlfriend, or depending on the or any intimate relationship, which is triggered by spousal abuse or domestic violence, or in other words, intimate partner. So these are the things. So this type of killing happens intentionally, and we see it happening in relationships, particularly the intimate ones. It could be family, it could be a relationship between a wife and a husband, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or lovers, whichever way you call it. And it is a criminal offense. It is also a human rights issue, serious human rights issue. And in Ghana, it is happening in great proportions, which we ought to do something about it. You know that marriages, naturally, they have issues. Two people coming together from different backgrounds, from different settings, coming to be under one umbrella is not an easy thing. And what we advise is that in choosing a partner, you need to, do a lot of analysis. You need to, open your eyes or shine your eyes and look out for certain things, ingredients in the relationship that will encourage you to move on. Where you think you don't get those ingredients, then it's better not attaching yourself, being that kind of bond with people that you call your intimate partners.
So, sir, on this note, what do you think are some causes? What do you think will be the reason why a spouse would decide to abuse the right of the other?
So there are signs that you need to see. There are, signs or indicators that shows that this thing will happen. For instance, in a relationship, somebody can just open his or her mouth and say denigrating words about you in the eye of the public, in front of your friends' families. There are signs like embarrassment.
Okay, so that is when openly a spouse decides to maybe abuse the right, maybe through verbal assault in public. It is a sign to show that it will lead to spousal abuse.
Yes, it's a critical sign that you should look for. Sometimes people look down on you. You understand? Talking about, these things, they trigger so many things. Emotional abuse, sexual abuse, psychological abuse. Some abuse are, how do I put it? We can also say
economic abuse,
financial abuse. Yes. Even abuse of immigration status. And there is one that people don't usually talk about, which I'm going to mention. Spiritual abuse is also part of an abuse. I don't know whether you agree with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this spousal attack or spousal abuse brings or how do I even is the cause of the, how they call it, spousal killings that we see. Even the video that we have watched typically depict that two people fighting, and it doesn't just start one day. There are patterns of behaviors that gradually lead there on daily basis. People exchanging words, lovers exchanging words between themselves, men insulting their women, using derogatory remarks, like, if it is not me, you are nobody. Who do you think that you are? You are not even good in making sex. You cannot prepare good food. You know, you call yourself a man, yet you cannot take care of a home. Can you manage a home? And all others that will make you look bad before in the sight of others, and it might provoke anger. So gradually, all these actions lead from one to the other, and gradually they lead to assault, they lead to attacks, and even it can lead to death. From what the picture we are seeing on the video shows that this thing it doesn't just happen one day. It starts from somewhere and graduated to that level. And it will reach a point where somebody will use a knife or something, a pestle, to hit the other. We have seen this demonstrated in so many ways, which media reporters, including your outfit, I'm sure, might have carried a report on this. When we go on the internet, a lot of them, Daily Graphic Online, Majora Online, Ghana Web, all these things are documented over there. But it is behavioral, certain behavioral actions, patterns that, graduated or elevated to this kind of spousal killings that we see in the end. And it is just it happens in a way that one person wants to exert power or control or dominance over the other, and they resort to all kinds of means.
Right. So are we saying that some of these happenings take place gradually, but because we are oblivious to the signs that will lead to spousal murder and rival killings in Ghana, some of these cases happen just out of the blue? But then I want to ask this cogent question. Do you think the Domestic Violence Act 2007, Act 732, has outlived its relevance in our country?
So, okay, permit me the latitude to explain this to you before we go there. It's not about we being oblivious. If you use that word, it's okay, but not resolving it. There are ways and means that when this thing starts, for instance, you have to talk to a qualified mental health practitioner or professional. You have to, but people don't usually take these steps to resolve the issue, and then it elevates to something else. Now, let me answer your question. This particular Domestic Violence Act is perfectly in order. It is okay. But the problem is the law enforcement agents are failing us, or the law enforcement agencies are the ones failing us. Talking about DOVSU, Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, Ghana Police Service. Yeah. The police, I must say, they are doing well. But in terms of training, they haven't reached there. And you see, when these things happen and women approach police to report, what they do was that sometimes they look at the financial capacity of the man. And in the end, instead of them sitting down with them, giving them a listening ears and helping them out so that they can come out of that abusive moment, they tend to apportion blames. Oh, it is because of your character. That's why your husband is beating you up or maltreating you. Isn't that a sign of unprofessionalism on part of our police force? But they do it all the time. So it makes it difficult.
Yeah, hello, sir. Okay, right. Now,
or to solve.
Okay, hello, sir. Please continue, sir.
Yes, so sorry, there was sorry for that break. There was a call that came through, and that's so what I'm saying is that our police force, You know, the domestic violence and victim support unit, they are the ones in charge. Unit. They are the ones in charge of this act or promoting this act. And they are the ones that when abusers have problems, they turn out to. And police are supposed to sit these people down and help them out, give them advice, give them all the support that they need to come out of this abusive moment or relationships or spousal relationships. But what do we see? They tend to visit the unprofessionalism on these people by apportioning blame, assuming your wife is beating you up or molesting you or emotionally exposing you to abuse, and you are seeking for comfort, and you go to the police, and the police is now apportioning blame to you that, oh, because of you, you are a womanizer, you are this, that's why your wife. How will you feel? So it bounces back to the law enforcement agents who are not well equipped, who are not well trained to carry out whatever of their duties. Yes, our portion the right. The police. So these people end up not getting the support that they need.
Okay, so let me ask you this question and then take a minute to summarize that for us because of our time. To what extent has your organization, that is the Human Rights Reporters of Ghana, to what extent have you collaborated with the law enforcement agency on this particular matter?
Okay, so the Human Rights Reporters Ghana is a group of young Ghanaian, or is made up of a group of young Ghanaian journalists, lawyers, editors, and human rights activists who have come together to help address issues of human rights violations in Ghana and beyond, to bring the country closer to achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We have been formed in the year 2019, officially registered. And ever since, we have taken up the issue to ensure that we expose wrongdoing and domestic women empowerment, domestic violence, and all these things, sexual and domestic violence. Yes, these are issues that we take up seriously. And on daily basis, people report these cases to us. In fact, when they report these cases to us, I must say that we work in collaboration with the Ghana Police Service, especially the DOFSU, where we ask people to go and lodge complaints. In fact, the people don't have trust in the police, so they tend to report to us. And then we say, oh, no, have you reported to the police? It's something that you need to do for future sake, and then for them also to intervene. Now, if I say future sake, it's because there is no hope that the police can help them solve that problem. So they believe in us. So I must say that we work in conjunction with the DOFSU on all occasions where cases of such nature have been reported to us. So yes, I can say that we are working with them. But that's what I have just noted, that the police, they always display this kind of unprofessionalism in discharge of their duties, which is very disheartening, that we need to look out for. So the police force need training. Also, we should be able to do psychological counseling. It shouldn't be only limited to the people who are being